Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, to the Moreno Ibrahim channel. And today in this video, I will be doing another demonstration video about my newest game that I made in Buildbox called Crossy Road, and it is inspired by the real Crossy Road game made by Hipster Whale. I think, yeah, it was Hipster Whale. And I will show you guys a gameplay of my, I guess, ripoff game of Crossy Road. And then here you go, click here to play. You move by pressing W, A, S, and D. And if you hear that sound, that means there's going to be a train coming by. And yeah, and then you just move. And oops, yeah, that's. And then if you die, you die. Let me do that again. So you move with W, A, S, and D, and try to avoid the cars and the train, and try to also cross the river by standing on the logs, and try to collect as many coins as you can. And then, well, the main goal is to try and get as further as you can to get your high score, like Dino game. If you go further, the more score that you'll gain. And yeah, it's basically it. There's no finish line. It's just try and get your best score by moving forward as much as you can. And yeah, that's basically it for the game. Just like the original game, just try and get as forward as you can. And uh, if you die, well, it will say game over, and it will say your score and then your high score. And you can play again if you want. And yeah, that's basically it for my game. And now I will explain to you guys more detail, or how I made this game more detailed, like all of the assets that I use. There's a lot of assets that I use in this game, and all of the codes in it. Maybe this might be long, but it's fine. So the first asset that I'm going to explain is the player. The player, which is a chicken. And then first there's a 3D model. I found this mesh, or the 3D model, from online, and also the texture I also found it from online. And then here go. Here, I also didn't do this. Over here, there's keyboard buttons. First, there's W, D, A, and S. And then every time when W or D or A or S get pressed, it will make the sound, which is this sound. And then it will, if I press D, it will go forward. If I press D, it will go to the right. If I press A, it will go to the left. If I press S, it will go backwards. And I didn't use this. It was something that I planned but didn't work, so I didn't use these codes. And then here, if collide the platform, it will jump. Like, it means if the player collides platform, it will allow it to jump. But if it doesn't collide with the platform, it cannot jump. So that's the whole point of this. Then there's if collide enemy, it will do an animation, which is him getting squished, or yeah, getting squished by the, or getting ran over by the car. And then it will event game over, and it will also defeat. And then the last if collide is butt water. It means below the river there's another like blue rectangle called butt water, the bottom water. And then it will set physics to static. This if collide enemy, it will also set physics to static. So after we die, we cannot move, or like if we get run over by the car, the dead body won't also move like getting pushed by the car, if you know what I mean. Then if collide bot water, same, set physics to static. And then oh yeah, if collide, it will make a sound. This it will make this sound. And then if collide delay, it will delay for 2 seconds, just for the splash sound effect. So the splash sound effect doesn't get cut. So I put in a delay so it doesn't get cut. Then same thing as before. Connect to event, game over, and then defeat. So that's pretty much it for the player. Second is the cube left. Cube left is move forward, or move to the right. From left, move to the right. 1.8, like the speed is 1.8. And then scale animation, and so like from when it spawns, scale animation go bigger by 0.5. And then if collide the enemy, which I will explain later, it will shrink. And the 3D model blue car from the I found it from the asset library. Uh, where is it? Here, the blue car. It hasn't loaded yet because lag. And yeah, if collide enemy, also remove. So that's pretty much it. The cube left copy is pretty much the codes are the same. They're all pretty much the same. I only changed the mesh, or I only changed the 3D model. And then cube right also pretty much the same, but I just change it from going left to right. But I change it so it moves from right to left. Then there's spawner left. Spawner left, it will spawn. So I will show you the codes of spawner left. First is a 3D model. It's just an invisible block. Then wake up, distance minus 300. Then it will move. So when I pass the what's it called, the spawner left, if I pass it, it will remove or it will disappear. So it doesn't lag that much. Then random. So if start random, pick one of the, and then random pick one of the spawn. Either pick the blue car, red pickup truck, or police car, or the ambulance, or the van. And then it will pick one of those, and then it will random. Uh, and then after it spawn, it will random, and then it will delay randomly. Either delay 4.3 second, or 4.4, or 5, 3.9, or 4. Then yeah, and then after that it will go back to random, and then it will keep spawning and over again. And timer is just so it can spawn. I don't know what this is for, but my teacher said it's good. I mean, it's good for the game, for the codes. And then spawner right is basically the same as spawner left. They only spawn, but the difference is just spawn. It spawns the cube right copies, but spawner left spawns the cube left copies. And yeah, so those are the spawners. Then after that, there's the stopper, which is set the collision group is an enemy. That's why if I go back here, if collide the enemy, it will shrink and it will remove. So the stopper, it will. So the stopper. So if any of the car, hit the stopper, it will disappear. So that's the use of the stopper. There's no codes. It's just for the collision group. And then after that, there's, after that, there's log. There's log left and there's log right. Log left is basically the same, but I only changed the collision group from enemy to platform, so the character can stand on it. Then I changed the ground, like before it was a ground, the road was the collision group of the road was ground. I changed it to like blue. I changed the color to blue, and then I made the what's it called? I made the collision group become none. And then below it, the collision group, I made it the bot water. I changed it to become where is it? Bot water to become none. There we go. So it was enemy. Oh, whatever, I forgot. So either way, basically means if the character hits the water, it dies. That's it. So yeah, that's it. Pretty much the same. And this is just the oh yeah, the train. Yeah, I forgot. There's train, and then there's train one, and then train copy. The difference from these two is just the 3D model. This one is the head of the train, and this one is just the behind of the train, the body of the train. This is the head, and then it's the same thing as the car. The difference is just the speed. It goes faster, and then there's also the spawner train. Same thing as spawner right, spawner left, spawner log right, log left. It's pretty much the same, but it only spawns. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. So everything is pretty much the same. The only difference is this thing, which is spawn, and then it will delay, and then it will spawn the the body of it. So first it will spawn the head, and then delay, and then body again, and then delay, and then it will spawn one body again, and then delay. What's it called? What is this called? I don't want to say body. What is it called? Let me see. Let me check. What's it called? Train cart. Yeah, the cart. It will spawn a cart. So it will spawn a cart, and then delay cart until 5 times, and then it will repeat. It will delay for 5 seconds, and then after that it will spawn another train, and then it will repeat over and over. That's pretty much it for spawner train. And this is just top water, bottom water, and then splash. Splash is uh, just this white thing to make it look like there's a splash. Oh yeah, and also there's actually a code in splash. If collide, the character will make this sound, the water splash sound. And yeah, and then there's score. These are the score right here. So just like the Dino game, if you remember that video, just like the Dino game. So every time it moves forward, every time it hits, it will. Every time the character moves forwards, it will hit uh, these rectangles, and then it will increase the score by one. And then there's also a coin. Coin is pretty simple. It's just if the character hits the coin will increase by one. The coin counter will increase by one. And then there's the platform. Platform is just a platform. Then there's the train tile. If you see over here, either this one is just for the looks, for the design of the game. There's no codes, there's no nothing. And then there's also the road. The road, I change it into platform. And then there's a tree. Tree is for uh, it's for these to like block the way, so there's only gaps where the character can go through. And then there's tunnel part. So this tunnel, I didn't grab it from Google or online or anything. I made it myself. This is just tunnel parts. There's no codes. It's just parts. And then there's tree two. Tree two. I think I only put it on the start. Which is yeah, just put it on the start. There's no collision group. The collision group was none, but tree one. Where is it? Tree one. The collision group was a platform. So when the character hits it, it will stop. But if it hits one of these, the tree two, it won't stop. It will just go straight through. And then after that, there's the roof. The roof, I put it here. This is the roof right here. So look, this is the roof because when I test it, if I spam, let me show you. If I play the game, and if I spam against a tree, if as you can see, it will go up. And my friend tested this game, and he like glitched it, and then he's like on top of the map, or yeah, on top of the map. You can just move forward. So that's why I put roof, just to prevent that. There's also border. Border is on the left, on the right, just so it cannot go out of the void. It cannot go to the void. So if I show you. So if I go to the left here, I cannot. There's a border, and yeah. So, and then there's the void. The void is just so it doesn't look ugly. If I delete this void, see if I like delete this void, where is it? There you go. Yeah, you just to have the void is just to make it have like a black background. See, it's only for this. So yeah, that's basically it for all of the assets and all of the codes in the asset. And then now I'll show you all of the levels, which is all pretty much the same. I only changed the position of the trees and the coins. Pretty much the same. Some of them are like water level, and some of them are train levels. And they're all pretty much the same, except for the star. The star is different by its own. I don't know why I made it big. I just wanted. I don't know. And yeah, that's pretty much for the game. To close this demonstration video, I will do another gameplay of it. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for my demonstration video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.